it was still kind of boring. And usually we kind of get the most out of most games, and that was just like, I don't know, the Prometheans, they weren't as fun to fight as the normal
sucked.
And they would always put you in a spot where you had to end up using the Promethean weapons, and most of them aren't that good.
Yeah, those weapons, you'd never be able to use like BRs and DMRs because they've run out like that.
Yeah, you'd
There's
run
no
out.
ammo
Like,
ever.
Wherever that
there would be ammo boxes, but for the most part, you'd have to go to those.
They're few and far between.
Whatever you call
Whatever
them.
that Promethean SMG was sucked. I hated that thing.
Yeah.
I always ended up having to use that too because I couldn't find anything else. And it was like, and it's like half a shield's taken down. And you have to reload. It's like, oh come on.
Yeah, that's pretty ridiculous.
I don't think it was 9.8 material, but I don't think it was bad.
I thought it was a really good story. Apparently, the Lasky guy is from that Forward Unto Dawn series.
Oh really?
Yeah, everyone was saying, Kushra, that Lasky's from Forward Unto
I
Dawn.
didn't
I was
watch
like,
that, so I
oh
didn't know
yeah, I
that.
remember him because I watched that. I didn't watch
Dan
it.
has the Xbox.
Huh?
You have the Xbox code for it, right?
Yeah, I thought it was
download?
going to be like a digital download, but it's stupid Xbox Live download.
Oh.
Poopy, I have to watch it off the Xbox. That's
What
one of the
kind
big
of
reasons why I
file
got
is
the
it?
edition. Huh?
What kind of file does it download?
The kind that you download onto Xbox
Just
Live
like a regular
on the media
Xbox
player
one.
on there.
Oh.
You never used to download trailers or whatever? It's not files, it's just like on your account.
Oh, I've never tried it before.
You download it to the Xbox, but whatever.
It was. I liked it though. I like
Okay.
the fact that 343 did such an excellent job with the.
I like how
Oh.
you completely stopped talking.
That's because I was like, "What in the world is that stupid poke thing?" I like the way that 343 handled the cutscenes compared to Bungie, because Bungie seems to think that they can spend all their budget on Chief, and then every other character in the game has no sort of like graphical.
Oh yeah, graphically, yeah. The game
Graphically,
was
like the
really
cutscenes
good.
were really great with because the NPCs and like all the other guys, they actually had like faces that moved correctly and
Yeah,
weren't jagged.
that first cutscene, I asked him, I was like, are those real people? And like, and all of a sudden
They
they cut,
did
and I was like,
use-
okay, they're not real people.
They did use some some CGI in there, more than they usually do. But there was all the in-game stuff still looked really good with the faces and facial animations and such.
Yeah, they're pretty good.
I liked it.
It was alright. Overall, it was boring though.
I liked how it tied into stuff.
It was. I mean, I still think the Halo 2 one was probably the better one.
I haven't
No,
touched it.
at the end of no spoilers really. At the end of Halo 4, they did like they have like an overview shot of what looks like the city. It kind of looks like the new Mombasa city from Halo 2.
Yeah.
It looks almost like the level that they cut out of Halo 2 at that when they first showed Halo 2. That level where he goes underneath with the ghost or whatever, like he quick gets under there.
Like
it
the
looks
E3
like
demo?
that level at the end of Halo 4, and I was like, that kind of looks like that. But still, I guess.
Is that demo they showed?
Yeah,
forever ago?
that they never put it into the game.
Oh,
It was just that
Bungie.
demo level.
I wanted to play that level. I was looking for that level when I actually got the game.
It happened.
Disappointed.
It's like the Heavy Rain thing,
What was Heavy Rain?
where they had the demo they showed at E3 wasn't like even in the game.
Oh, really?
Oh, I didn't even know.
It's one where what's her name, Madison, was running around, like a big guy was chasing her or something like that.
It was a DLC
Huh?
that had that.
Oh, that might have been the DLC.
I didn't
But
like
in
the
original
DLC
game.
at all,
The
but
original game. What is like? Does the DLC like take you back in the middle of the story, or is
The
it
D-
afterwards?
The DLC was when Madison was trying to find out who the killer was, so she was doing like reporting,
Mhm.
and there was some guy, I don't even remember. There was a guy that was in the paper for something, and she went to investigate him because he might have been the killer. And
This is
she,
before she met Ethan.
I think so, yeah. It was after he was kidnapped, but I think it was before she might have met. I don't remember, but I didn't like it because you basically run around the house. You do like little different decisions, and it creates a new ending. And they have like 7 or 8 endings or something like that. So you have to play through the same thing over and over again, but make different decisions or run in different rooms to get a different ending. But some big guy is chasing her around the house, and that's
Yeah,
basically the DLC.
yeah, that's what the demo was. 4 Dead.
I did like one video for it, and I was like, I don't really want to do all the other endings, so I thought they could have done better with the DLC.
Anyway, back to Halo 4. which we strayed from pretty quickly there with that whole heavy rain nonsense.
Seemed like
Hey,
we were
Link.
coming down from Heavy 4. Or Heavy 4.
Heavy-
Heavy 4!
heavy 4.
It did link.
It did kind of like. Oh well. Anyway, multiplayer. Wait, have you
I
played
suck at
Spartan Ops?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I beat the first
Spartan Ops
episode.
sucks as well.
Is it?
It's like little tiny missions where you just there's really no story. It's like, all right, go do this. You do it, and then it's like, okay, extraction, and they're about 10 minutes each or so.
Oh.
It adds gameplay, but it's nothing huge.
That probably added a few points to that 9.8.
They're alright if you do them on Legendary, but even then, they're still pointless missions. Like, unless, I mean, they do have more episodes, I guess, coming, but the only purpose of them is to, I mean, you get some experience from it, but you can do challenges and mop them up.
Yeah, that's probably the biggest thing. They'll have those daily and weekly challenges or whatever that you can do with Spartan Ops. I thought, I don't know if we had talked about the multiplayer a whole lot last week, about what we had experienced at not PAX, RTX. But from what I've played so far, I really like it especially compared to Reach. It feels,
You talking about the multiplayer overall?
yeah.
Oh yeah, the multiplayer.
I mean, I really like it. I love playing the flood mode. That's pretty fun.
Yeah, that's pretty cool how they
I
did
suck
this
at it.
skin.
All of it.
Last I really
I tried to.
last I really played Halo multiplayer was Halo 3 for a good while, but then after that I just never really got back into it.
Yeah, well, you didn't miss much with Reach. That was pretty.
I think I played one match for Reach and that was it.
Yeah, Reach was that multiplayer just wasn't right. And now that they did away with the whole health thing, I think that's one of the things that really brought it back, feeling more like Halo 3. And they added all the little like ordnance and stuff, but that's just like finding a power weapon, pretty much.
They don't have weapons on the map, do they? Anymore?
No. They
Yeah, you
don't.
just get them from the ordnance stuff now.
I think that's a little bit odd.
Wait, they don't have weapons on the map?
No, they do starting weapons. Like there'll be like sometimes a power weapon or two power weapons, depending on how big the map is. Then a
Yeah.
few like grenades and stuff. But they don't actually have permanent.
That's when they
weapons.
mark them, though, right?
Yeah, they
them.
mark
yeah.
them. That's the
Yeah.
initial. Then they
Otherwise,
don't come
they're
back.
they're still not like a set.
No,
spawn.
there's no like respawning weapons anymore.
Oh, that's interesting.
Which I
never
think
really catch
that's. I don't really like that too much because I always like
I
being
do
able
because
to-
it's everyone would always run for the power weapons. That would be it.
No, it's
Halo
not just
is pretty much
no,
a
I'm
power
saying
weapon
like,
game. That's it.
I'm saying like if there's a BR sitting somewhere that I can grab ammo from, I'd prefer to have that somewhere on the map continuously.
Yeah, but that you'd only use that though. It encourages you to actually use another fucking gun. Use your ordnance and get something out of that.
Yep. If you get a weapon. If you
Yep.
get a weapon.
More
Sometimes
times
you
than not,
don't.
they give you 2 out of the 3 options are weapons.
Yeah.
Sometimes you'll get like a grenade, a weapon, a
and
power
then
up,
speed. Yeah.
and that's usually how it is. Or it'll be 2 weapons, power up. So I rarely get one where I don't have any weapons. I don't remember.
Yeah.
what I did.
Usually, when I get screwed over, it's usually when it offers me like a needler or something like that, along with one of the proton.
There's a lot more
grenades.
balance like that because I was worried about the Promethean guns introducing a whole nother like set of guns. I was like, how the hell? Are
The
they
only
gonna
one
keep
that's
it balanced?
ridiculous is the cannon.
Yeah, the rocket is pretty
The
ridiculous.
rocket is crazy, and I don't. One thing I don't like about Valhalla or Ragnarok, whatever you call it, is the mechs. I don't like it. It's turned into mechs sitting on either side of the map, just strafing back and forth.
But thankfully,
shooting
that's the
people.
only map it's in. The
Yeah,
maps.
yeah,
Like,
that's a good thing because, it kind of ruins the map. Then it's not as
yeah. That,
nostalgic, I guess. It doesn't play like. Valhalla
Yeah, I don't know why they
did.
would've-
most of the
put-
times I've played on that map, it wasn't too good because of mechs.
Valhalla.
People would just like take a mech and sit along the side. Everybody
over to
else
that-
would just sit in the caves, and it would just be them.
It
sitting there.
it becomes peeping over rocks trying to BR people.
Yeah.
And then you sit on either side of the map, and then there's no way to take out the thing because someone's already used the Spartan laser in the middle and lost it. And then you have to rely on somebody getting a Spartan laser or something through the ordnance, and it never happens. And it's just a big, huge circle.
I don't know why they would have put that on Valhalla. Isn't that a Halo 3 map?
Yeah.
Why the hell would they have done that?
I don't know. They just wanted to try something new. I guess they needed to use it from the campaign somewhere because they use all the other.
They could have put it in a poopy map and not that map.
Yeah. Well, I like all the other maps. That I really like.
Yeah, I'm actually kind of
Exile.
thankful they put the mechs on that map. All the other maps are good.
Yeah,
All
I
the other
love
Big Ten
Exile.
maps.
That's a fun map. It kind of reminds.
If they
me
put them
of,
on Exile, Exile would be shit.
Yeah, that
It'd
would
suck.
be. I mean, even with the tank there, it's not that big of a deal. You can take care of the tank pretty quick.
And use that new combo. We'll use the plasma pistol.
Plasma pistol.
People still use those. Someone tried the new combo me the other day. I yelled at him in the mic. I was like, "This isn't Halo 2, you fucking dirtbag." They'll use a goddamn new combo like 10 games later. Still trying to use.
It
the
still
new
works.
combo. What the hell?
Do they actually when the plasma pistols do they still lock on to people and follow them?
Somewhat. It's still the same kind of like reach where it's like if you're near them, it'll kind of like veer towards them.
Oh, okay.
But it won't. It's
That's
not
the
like,
thing with like Halo 3 and 2. It's just like
Yeah, it won't. It won't full lock on them.
Like zigzags around
Yeah, it's like-
rocks and shit to hit the person.
Oh, shields down. They're done.
Overall, the multiplayer is. I could see myself playing it for a while. I don't know how long, but definitely longer than
Definitely
Reach.
longer than Reach, and I played Reach for quite a while too.
But Halo 3, I stopped playing just because the maps were kind of dull.
yeah,
So this one definitely has better maps, so that would probably be.
they. I mean, Halo 3 was definitely kept alive by like custom games and the whole community aspect of it. And I hope it does this for.
Yeah,
that
someone
too.
said that they don't have a Forge world on there.
Yeah.
Halo 4. What's up with that? No Forge
That's what I
world.
was asking Kuz.
Well, I think one thing.
Huh.
I don't know why, but I mean, it'd be great if they would have that on there still. But I think they feel confident enough that all their maps are. They don't want to pull a Halo Reach because Reach did that, and it still didn't draw that many people to it. And I bet
Yeah,
you
but when
anything,
Reach did,
Bungie got
Reach
flack.
incorporated the new
Yeah, yeah.
maps into the match.
Exactly, they did that. They'd make maps and then incorporate it in the matchmaking. And I bet anything 343 is like, oh, we don't want to do that. We want to make new maps instead of
Yeah.
using the same old one.
I don't know why though,
recycling.
because a lot of the remakes were really good. Like they remade
Yeah,
Lockout, which for some reason they always leave Lockout out. And Lockout is like the go-to 1v1 map, or just in
I
general.
wish they
Lockout is a
would.
good
I
map.
wish they would have put Guardian in there. That
Was
would be
Guardian
cool.
was that from Halo 3?
Yeah, that was 3. That was
The
one
one
of
with
my
the big
favorite
circle in the
maps.
middle?
Yep,
Okay.
that was one of my favorite maps, and I would love it if they would do. If they did some kind of DLC where they put like Lockout and Guardian, and there's another good one from 3.
I don't know.
No, I just like
there
Guardian.
isn't many.
So Valhalla was one of them. So
Yeah, I liked Valhalla.
that was one of my favorites. But yeah.
Alrighty.
I like that desert one for Big Team Battle.
Oh
I
yeah,
can't remember.
Sand Trap. That
Yeah,
was pretty
Sand
fun.
Trap.
That was fun to screw around in.
Yeah.
That was a forgeable map too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they didn't really have something that big.
Something that pit stop. Man, I hated that.
I
map.
didn't like that map very much.
It was so one-sided.
It's such
that
an
map.
MLG
That was
map.
that was the perfect map where it was just power weapons. Like everyone would spawn in, go right for the
Rockets.
Rockets in the middle.
Rockets.
Snipers on either tower. Swords over in that little cubby area. It was just a race for those fucking weapons, and that would be the entire match. Or just sitting on one side and just trying to bank grenades off of like that.
Yeah, they would
The
master
wall,
the
I'm
way
trying
of
to
throwing
bank
the
it in.
grenades and banking them off. And
Yeah, to kill people.
I remember those maps. Good times.
All right. Well, thank you for joining Halo Talk. See
Yay.
you guys next
Hey,
week.
don't be upset because